In this presentation, we're going to talk a little bit about singular nouns and when we use the article "a" before them and when we use the article "an" before them. What are a and an? Well, okay, first we need to talk about what a noun is. Nouns, of course, are persons, places, and things. And we use the word "a" or "an" before a singular noun to indicate one. So examples: a horse, an orange, a bed, an exercise. But the question is, that's great, but which word do we use when? When do we use "a" and when do we use "an"? Well, there are basically three rules. Rule number one is what I call the vowel sounds. We use "an" when a word begins with the vowels A, E, I, or O. So, an egg, an elephant, an orange. And if you want to know why, it's really got very little to do with the letter of the word the noun starts with itself. It's all about the vowel sound. If you try to say "a egg," it's hard. A orange, a elephant. So instead, we say an egg, an orange, an elephant. If you are conversing, that flows off the tongue much more easily than "a." Rule number one continued. We also use "an" when a word begins with "u" and has a vowel sound. So, the word umbrella. Umbrella begins with a U and the that's a vowel sound rather. So we say an umbrella. We use when a word begins with a vowel that sounds like Y. So, a unicorn. Even though unicorn begins with the letter U, you have that Y sound. So we use a unicorn. And if you try to say an unicorn, that's hard to say. So we say a unicorn. A university. Same situation. The word begins with U, but that U makes a Y sound. Let's move on to rule number two, which is the H rule. We use "an" when a word begins with a silent H. It's almost as though the H were not there. So we don't say a hour. We say an hour, an honest man, an honorable person. But we use "a" when the H is not silent. A house, a horse, a hat. You have that breathy H sound at the beginning of the word. And rule number three is the consonant sound. We use "a" when a word begins with a consonant sound. That's B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, and so on and so forth. We have them all written down there. So, for example, a cake, a rabbit. If you can keep those three rules in mind, and again, a good test is say the noun and see which word works best before it if you're confused. I'm betting 4 out of 5 times you'll pick the right article, a or an.